good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, hopefully morning. I want you guys to get these done early in the day so the rest of your day is guaranteed to be good. I think that's how it works.
Yep.
Welcome to Whiteboard WOD day number 11. Today we have a great workout for you, and please make sure you warm up with the PVC with a purpose. But first,
question of the day is, would you rather have an elephant-sized cat or a cat-sized elephant?
obviously, I would want a cat-sized elephant, because can you imagine what an elephant-sized cat would do? Like, they would knock off, like, you know, they knock off little tiny things, but can you imagine, like what happened to my satellite dish, or what happened to my flagpole, or something really tall, and you just, where's my car? I don't know, they picked it up, it's over there.
See, I think I would rather have a cat or an elephant-sized cat, because LJ is my cat and he loves me, so then I could ride LJ like you would ride an elephant, and he jumps places, and think of how high he could jump.
You think your cat's just gonna be all cool with that?
Yeah, I think
Can you imagine the size of the litter box you're gonna have for that sucker?
Nope.
It's gonna be another house.
Yep.
How do you pick it up? With my excavator.
Like hire someone, a group, a team of people.
Oh.
But yeah, what would you rather have? Elephant-sized cat or cat-sized elephant?
That's awesome. Make sure you do the PVC with a purpose warm-up. Today we've got some hip stuff, some shoulder stuff. We want to make sure you are nice and warm before you start this workout, so please do that warm-up first. What do we have today? I see a couple different parts to this.
Shaking things up a little bit. So Thanksgiving on Thursday, we did that long WOD. Yesterday you did some active recovery. Today we're gonna incorporate some strength into our workout, and then a short little Metcon. So this first part, you need your kettlebell or dumbbell, and then either a chair or a bench. We've got our handy dandy chair here.
Something that is firm enough to provide good stability. So we don't want the couch or the recliner that's soft. We want something nice and firm that you can use to rest on.
Yeah, and this first part, you're gonna do 3 sets of these movements, and MFT is not for time. We want quality movement for this. So break them up as you need to, take lots of rest in between, and then I would throw in like a minute rest in between those rounds if you want. But this first part should take you a little bit, because you are moving through these movements with purpose, and we are building our strength.
That's right. This is not a Shauna workout. This is nice and slow, nice and relaxed. Of course, you're going to have a tight core through all the movements. Okay, first thing we have is a bent over row. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your stability, whatever that might be, and you'll notice for this, she's going to set up with her feet square to her chair. So she's not going to have a foot forward and a foot back. Feet are nice and square. She's going to lean over. She's going to rest her hand on this chair. What you'll notice is her back's nice and neutral. It's not hunched. She's not slouching. And you'll also notice that her shoulders are a little bit higher than her hips. We don't want your hips higher than your shoulders for this movement. Last thing is you'll notice her head, nice neutral spine. She's not looking up and she's not looking down. Nice and neutral spine. So she's going to grab her dumbbell here, and what we're going to be doing is mostly engaging our lats for this movement. This is not like a bicep curl. We're engaging our lats to pull the weight all the way back, and we're going to have a nice tight squeeze at the top there.
It was heavy holding it, so I was waiting until you were done.
Okay, go for it. Let's see what these look like.
How many am I doing each side?
You are going to be doing 8 per side.
All right, as I do these, what muscle group do I want to initially engage here?
Lats in your back here. This is not a bicep curl. Look at that elbow nice and high there. Her core is maintaining a nice tight movement throughout. What you'll notice is her body is not moving. She's not lunging this way with her body. She's using nice slow
swaying.
movements.
So if I feel myself start to need some momentum, I just spit on the chair, sorry. If I start to kind of go to the side, I need to rest. That is why this is not for time. If you need to do 4 and 4, if you've got a little bit of a heavier dumbbell, do 4 and 4. You want quality reps, like Dominic is saying, really, really tight core the whole time. So even if you do a rep, reset, tight core, do a rep.
You notice when that core gets tight for her. When it's not, she can relax a little, tight core, everything goes where it needs to be. And of course, you can do these with your kettlebells too, whatever you'd like. Again, 5 and 3, 4 and 4. You can do all 8, that's great, but maintain that tight core throughout.
Then you'll go to your other side, shift, nice strong setup, and then again, lat and elbow.
Oh yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Feel stronger already.
Looks stronger already. If you have any questions on these, please let us know. We will help you through them. What do we have next?
Next, we've got some single leg deadlifts. So all of these are 8 sets. That is your total reps. or each side, so 16 altogether. With these, people can do them either way, but we're gonna have you do.
Sounds like you've been working out or something.
I have been. That took a lot of work. What I mean by that is some people send their leg back and the kettlebell stays in the hand of the leg that's on the ground. We're gonna have you put the kettlebell in the hand of the leg that is going up in the air. Okay?
Perfect. We can do that. Yes.
So as Dominic is setting up for this, he's gonna maintain a nice neutral spine, thinking about pushing through his heel and squeezing his glute at the top. Just nice and controlled. Usually find one spot to stare at. I would say he's moving a little too fast for this strength piece. We want control and slow. Notice as he lowers to maintain a nice neutral spine, he has a slight bend in his knee. Will you show them if you were to round your back? What we don't want.
I don't know if I want to show that.
But yeah, so
there
what
we go.
sometimes can
It's
tend to
not what we
happen is people feel like they need to reach, so they relax their spine and they reach down. That is where we keep a nice tight back and we bend at our knees. Okay, what's next?
Other side. Wow, we're moving quick now. Okay, make sure 8 per side on these, nice and slow. Like she was saying though, whatever foot's going up is going to be the preferred hand to hold that kettlebell. Some people have a preference on the other side, and that's okay too. So if you do happen to go the other way, that's fine. Just make sure you keep everything tight and nice as well. Okay, next we have tempo goblet squats. Of course, for any of these movements, you could use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. She's going to be demoing on a dumbbell this morning. So for our tempo goblet squats, we have a 3-3-1, meaning we are going down for 3 seconds. So 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2 Mallard CrossFit, 3 Mallard CrossFit. She's holding for 3, 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2 Mallard CrossFit, 3 Mallard CrossFit, and then 1 up. Look at that. So that's 1 rep. You're going to be doing 8 of those. So let's try 1 more. 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2
Can we show
Mallard
them
CrossFit.
sorry, just so that way the tempo, you go right into the next one?
Sit up.
Like
okay.
stand up and then go right into the next one, so let's do 2.
Let's do 2.
Right.
Here we go. 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2 Mallard CrossFit, 3 Mallard CrossFit, hold. 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2 Mallard CrossFit, 3 Mallard CrossFit, up. 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2 Mallard CrossFit, 3 Mallard CrossFit, hold. 1 Mallard CrossFit, 2 Mallard CrossFit, 3 Mallard CrossFit, and up.
The burn is real.
Oh, working those quads today.
Yep. Important thing with these, at the bottom, it's really easy to let everything relax in that hold. We want your glutes to remain really tight in an active position, and then as you stand, drive your knees out.
It is very important to maintain a tight core through this. Even if you're breathing, you can still maintain a tight core, but you need to do that. We do not want you to collapse in any part of this movement.
So what it shouldn't look like is I go down, during my hold I relax everything and drop. I'm staying nice and active the entire time, and then to stand up I am pushing through my heels and driving my knees out.
Right, and you'll also notice she is not slouching at the bottom either of the shoulders. She's not letting her shoulders go forward, she's not rounding her back. This is a nice tight movement throughout the lift. If you need to, again, break these up. You don't have to do all 8 in a row. We want quality over quantity. How many times are they doing all these?
3 sets. It's like, as you guys can hear, both of our breathing, our heart rate's up a little bit, and we only did 3 or 4. That is because we were focused, we were controlled, and we were maintaining a really tight core. So please take your time through this. Rest as you need to, grab some water.
You're gonna feel good about these
Yep.
quads and these glutes tomorrow about this, so it'll be good.
Okay, you've done your 3 sets. We're feeling good. Now we get to sweat a little bit. You will need your PVC pipe, kettlebell or dumbbell. We've got a 12-minute AMRAP, so 12 minutes, as many rounds as possible.
So you're working out the entire 12 minutes.
2 movements, that's all you need. All right, PVC goes in front of you, going horizontal. First movement, we've got an alternating dumbbell snatch. So with these, Dominic is going to start with his feet in his squat stance. He is going to make sure as he grabs that dumbbell, he maintains a neutral spine. Thinking about as he stands, he is leading with his elbow, and then he is flicking his wrist, punching that dumbbell up overhead. Dumbbell stays nice and close to his body. If you start to feel yourself leaning forward, it's probably because your dumbbell's swinging far away. He is showing you how you can cycle these. If you want to pause for a second. As he's lowering, that dumbbell becomes vertical. Then he is switching hands, and then it is horizontal at the bottom a little bit.
What I would suggest, if you don't have that down, bring the dumbbell down, switch hands at the bottom.
Yep. And then make sure when you're practicing the open standards that your opposite hand cannot touch your thigh. So as you're going down, we're not gonna be using that hand for stability. Nice out and wide, so it's not touching his leg.
And you also notice when we're doing these, our butts are not high up in the air. We're not lifting with our back. We're lifting with our legs through this movement. The majority of the momentum from this lift comes from these guys.
Yep, big jump, elbow high and outside, punch and land. Once you've got your 14 dumbbell snatches, you're gonna get your heart rate up with what?
Ooh, some Apollo Onos. Everybody should know what that is. USA skating. Okay, so she's gonna be doing 30 Apollo Onos. The reason we have this PVC pipe out here is for a good reference. Now, not everybody's gonna be able to do this width of them, and not everybody based on their size should be doing this lift or this movement that width anyways. But an Apollo Ono is simply almost like a lateral hop. She'll be showing you a couple here and then we'll talk about them. Ooh, look at that. So it's a lateral hop. You're engaging your glutes. What else? What other muscles are using all this?
Just, I mean, your core, your stability.
Nice tight core throughout the movement. What you notice is she's not slouching. She's keeping her chest up tight. And then she's doing almost like a little curtsy at the end there.
Squeezing your glute, push off your heel to the other side.
Oh yeah.
So if you start to kind of lose your rhythm, like if you start to go really fast and you lose it, take a second, reset. Notice I go to one side of the PVC to reset. Big jump, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, and what we want, obviously this is a heart rate raiser, but what we need to do with both of these movements is nice tight core and chest up and shoulders back. Because if either of these movements you break that and you start slouching forward, your back's gonna pay for it in either of these movements. So if you start breaking a little bit in this Apollo Onos, I want you to stop. Take a second, start over, keep that tight core, keep those shoulders back, keep that chest up. Because if you're doing these and cycling these fast and you're not lifting with your legs and you're using that back a little bit, it's not gonna feel great.
Especially after you did the strength piece beforehand. So, really fun workout we've got today, guys. Let us know how it goes and see you tomorrow.
Oh, I'm excited to hear your feedback on this one. This one's good.